Hello, everyone. I'm just going to do a sound check. Can someone post a note on the chat to let me know if you can hear me okay? You can hear okay? All right, so I'm not able to see the participants or access the chat, so bear with me. Thank you for your patience. More people will be joining. We're just about to get started. All right, everyone, we will get started. Welcome to Shreem Brzee's YouTube live streaming of this global group chanting here in May. It's the, what date is it today? It's the 8th, and it's May, and it's 2020. This is my first time jumping into this channel, and I'm so excited. As you can see, I'm a little bit frazzled, but this is what it's all about, is to enjoy the blessings of change and transformation and just dive in with 2 feet sometimes when it's a little bit scary or you really don't know what you're doing. But here we are, and we're going to move along beautifully. We have been chanting together since April 5th. As per Dr. Pillai, we have been praying for peace and prosperity in the world in the past several weeks. And we're so happy that our group is growing and we're experiencing the blessings of the divine coming through as we continue to chant Shreem Brzee. So my name is Sucharita. It is a Friday here in Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And I'm in Toronto, Canada. So welcome to everyone from around the world. And please feel free to pop up onto the chat where you're from. Say, hello, I'm from Toronto, or I'm from San Diego, or I'm from Washington, or I'm from Sweden. You can just say hello to everyone. And the group is so awesome. We have been coming together every night and diving into not only a chanting session, it's a really deep communion with the divine. So we're asking the goddess to come in, this energy that represents peace and prosperity and everything that represents happiness on the earth plane is the goddess Shreem Brzee. So the sound Shreem gives us direction. It's like our Google Maps. And where we go down the street, and then we have to turn right, turn left. And then if we don't make the right turn, she will say recalculating. And then we will get back on track. So that's what Shreem does, brings prosperity, joy, and helps to give direction, give clarity in whatever it is you're trying to create. And then we have the sound Brzee that was given to Dr. Pillai by this beautiful saint. His name is Vishwamitra, and his name means friends of the people. He's so friendly, and he wants everyone to prosper. And so he's in spiritual realms. He's meditating away. He's pumping up the energy of Brzee into the earth plane. And then with Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings, we are able to birth that into the trillions and trillions of cells of our being. So how we're going to experience that is we're going to be chanting, putting the sounds into the body parts. I'll be guiding everyone step by step, so you don't really have to think about it too much. In fact, don't think at all. We just want to feel the goddess. We want to experience the goddess. We don't want to just say a mantra and repeat a word mechanically. We want to know that it's going to unlock the secrets of our soul and unlock the secrets of prosperity consciousness that have been buried like a treasure in the kingdom within. So we're going to go inside, we're going to experience the light, the love, the super consciousness together. And then we're going to come out afterwards. We'll do a Ghee lamp meditation. I'll explain that once we get to that part of the program. And then you are welcome to stay for open discussions or shared experiences. So now that my heart has calmed down a little bit, and we've got some more people joining. Thank you so much, everyone, for transitioning over from Zoom to YouTube. And we will get started now with our meditation, where we're going to create a landing pad inside of us. And what does that mean? It means we're going to activate our chakras, starting at the base of the spine, all the way up to the third eye, the crown chakra. And we're even going to go into the space with a tube of light that pierces all the chakras on the way up. And as it's piercing these chakras, it's creating this energy going outward. So it's like a pebble in a pond where the sound goes in the chakra and then it radiates out this energy, this intelligence, the light. So with more light, we are more intelligent. We can see more, we know more. So that's what we want to do. We want to wake up the light inside of us. It's our birthright to be prosperous. It's our birthright to experience heaven on earth, especially now during these uncertain times for a lot of people who have lost their jobs and they don't know what to do. And then we can do our part and pray. We can ask the divine, we can make it a plea to the divine. Please, please, please come in and protect everyone. Give everybody jobs. Even if they aren't going to be the same jobs, it will be something really wonderful. So that's what we can do as a global community. We can connect at the level of the soul. Dr. Ply's energy will be activating our soul's intelligence to experience the light dispersing into realms that are going beyond this three-dimensional plane. So during the meditation, you might hear me also saying the light now is bursting from the third eye, or bursting from the heart, or bursting from a different body part that we're going through. And then you can imagine it reaching out beyond this dimension on the earth plane, this three-dimensional plane, which is kind of stuck energy. And we want to radiate that light out into maybe the fourth or the fifth or the sixth or the seventh or the infinite dimension. And then allow that healing energy to come back to us. So we'll breathe out and we'll breathe in this beautiful energy that is way more intelligent and can do things faster for us, i.e. miracles. So you may also hear me say the phrase shift dimensions. And that is just to bring our attention to ourselves, because sometimes we'll just be drifting away and it's like, okay, ready? Here we go. We're going to shift dimensions now. The light's out there and now pay attention. So, and it's not like you have to push the light out anywhere. You just imagine it, letting yourself go. Some people have experienced that their head goes somewhere and their arm goes another place and their legs go another place, or their whole body disappears. And that's the idea. We want to get out of our mind. We want to lose our body consciousness. We want to lose the thinking, the patterns of behavior that create scarcity consciousness or poverty consciousness. So that's what we're here to do. You'll be guided all along. And if I haven't said it already, my name is Sucharita. Welcome, everyone. So let's get into a state of receptivity. We're going to go inside and we're going to enjoy our practice. And if you can keep just paying attention to the meditation, to the chanting, we'll take your chat messages afterwards. And it's more important to connect with the divine. This is a very powerful day, a Friday. Venus energy is available. That's all about comforts and joy and happiness and money, consciousness. And then the overlord is the goddess Shreem Brzee. So that energy is readily available on a Friday here in Eastern Daylight Savings Time. We're also tapping into the energy of Anuradha star, which is the goddess Lakshmi's birth star. So we can birth into that consciousness again, experiencing a little piece of heaven on earth. However that is going to come to you. It might be a vision. It might be some message for you. And then we have the third waning moon coming off the full moon. And it is honoring that fiery energy, Agni, the inner fire energy, to stoke up the Kundalini energy, the goddess energy inside of us. So we might feel a little bit more heat than usual, which is really great. So we can cook up our prosperity consciousness and then raise the vibrations. So we are mostly in the third eye, the brain, and then radiating out that energy like a chalice. We're ready to receive it inside of us. So we're going to blow our minds and blow our bodies apart with the sounds, and then also the light, and experience that diving into our true self, our soul self, and then communing with all these divine beings, because these divine beings are light. They are like millions of suns, light and energy, and we need to vibrate with that level of light. So we're going to do a little bit at a time so we don't end up being burnt like a crisp or like a barbecue. So that's it for me for now. We're going to dive into the practice. I'll be guiding you along step by step, and then you're welcome to stay on afterwards or do whatever you need to do. So God bless you, Goddess bless you, and let's do it. Closing your eyes and putting your attention internally. We can visualize a reddish orangish light pouring down our legs into our feet and toes. And this reddish orangish light can be like a liquid light, or it can be sparkling, dazzling light. This light represents Ganesha, the elephant-headed being. He has a pot belly and he rides a mouse. He is the gatekeeper at the base of the spine that will release the Kundalini energy. So it shoots up into the third eye and even into the space. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now imagine a bright, white, golden colored light shooting up the spine, piercing all the chakras, going through the top of the skull and into the space. Like a searchlight, an SOS to the divine, a great Wi-Fi connection to the divine, to come and support the spiritual practice today, bring thoughts of prosperity, enlightenment, heaven on earth. Beginning at the base of the spine, we will activate the chakras one by one. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest. Move up to the throat, clear the throat. Move into the middle of the brain, the third eye. Float back down to the base of the spine and also the legs. Connect with the earth element. Stabilize your practice. Na, 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 na. Move into the navel, the belly. Fill it with water. Ma, 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 ma. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest. Also down the arms and hands. Set them on fire. She, 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 she. Move up to the throat, the mouth, the nostrils. Connect with the air element or prana, the subtle air. Wa, 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 Now move into the two eyeballs, the right and left brain. Connect with the ether, the Akash, or space. Ya, 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 ya. Now imagine Dr. Ply appearing before you in a form you're familiar with or a light. He sends two beams of light into your eyes. Another beam of light enters your third eye, the spot between your two eyebrows on your forehead, piercing the pituitary, the pineal, in the middle of your brain. Lock on to these beams of light coming from Dr. Ply's eyes, his third eye, into your eyes and third eye. Feel it. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Now imagine Vishwamitra, the saint who gave the sound Brzee. He appears before you as well, in a light or a form you're familiar with, sending two beams of light into your eyes and another into your third eye. Receive the light and lock on to his eyes and his third eye. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Now put your attention on your third eye, the spot between your two eyebrows, and then into the middle of your brain. Light it up, and we'll begin our practice. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Now allow the light to explode from the third eye in all directions beyond the body. Shift dimensions. Now bring your attention to the back of your skull. Tuck your attention underneath into the middle part of your brain at the back. Allow your intuitive mind to connect with the cerebellum. Intuitively, you will know. This is the back door or gateway for the divine beings to come in and bless you. Cerebellum filled with light and the sounds. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Imagine the light dispersing in all directions beyond the body. Shift dimensions. Now light up the brain, the front of the brain, the sides of the brain, the back of the brain, the top of the brain, and inside the brain. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the brain in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your attentional energy into the nostrils. Light them up with rays of light entering the nostrils. And where the two nostrils meet on the forehead can activate the pituitary and pineal, the third eye. Light the nostrils and the third eye. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Allow the light to disperse in all directions beyond the body. Shift dimensions. Now your attentional energy goes into your mouth. Feel the energy and the light expanding in your mouth. The insides of the cheeks, the teeth, the tongue, the back of the throat are all lit up. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Allow the light to explode beyond the mouth, beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. And pour your attentional energy down your windpipe into the bronchial tubes that fill the lungs with air, oxygen, prana, all the way down to the bottom of the lungs. Fill them with light. Diffuse grief, diffuse loss, diffuse sadness, depression. Diffuse it with the light and the sounds. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Disperse the light in all directions from the lungs, reaching out into dimensions beyond the body, beyond this earth plane. Now bring your attentional energy into your throat. Imagine a ray of blue light entering your throat, piercing your Adam's apple in the throat, filling up the whole neck with blue light, pouring down the arms, the chest, the shoulders, the back are filled with this blue light that will release any negative congested energies weighing you down. Very challenging karma can fly off. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Feel the light expanding beyond the throat, the arms, the chest, the back. the shoulders. Shift dimensions. Now bring your attention up to your eyeballs. Fill them with light. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the eyes in all directions. Shift dimensions. And now the ears light up with rays of light that pierce the eardrums, go into the brain, filling up the inside of the head, making the hairs to turn light, stand on end. The skull, the skin on the skull is tingling. The face is heating up. Light up the head, the aura around the head. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the head in all directions, beyond the body. Shift dimensions. Now pour your attentional energy into the trunk of your body, the chest, the back, the sides of the body. Move your attentional energy into the organs, the heart, the lungs, the liver, gallbladder, the spleen, the pancreas, the intestines, all the way down into the pelvic region, the reproductive organs, kidneys, adrenals, are all lit up, cleansing, removing toxins with the light and the sounds. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your attentional energy down your legs, into your feet and toes, into the ground, grounding your practice, bringing that stability to all the sounds and light vibrations. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Allow the light to explode beyond the legs in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now, our last round, we'll scan the body from head to toe, beginning just above the head in the aura, around the body, moving through the body with the light and the sounds all the way into the ground. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment, peace to the world, peace to the universe. Keeping your eyes closed as you're coming back to your body, coming back to the space, your attentional energy is taking note of the blessings that you received, perhaps in a vision, perhaps in a release of negative congested energies, perhaps in the resolution of some problem that was tormenting you. And that energy now is diffused. Make your prayer to Dr. Ply, Vishwamitra, and all the divine beings who supported your practice today, including all the divine souls that came together from around the world here to create a space of light and love and super consciousness, bringing prosperity, peace to the world. And make a final prayer for those who need it the most. Food, clothing, shelter, medicine, and love. Unconditional love is every soul's birthright. And that's the least we can do, is to pray to the divine, to bless them and bless our families, our communities, and whatever you want to pray for your own self, you can do that. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So thank you everyone for joining, those of you who need to go. We're going to continue on with our practice today, which will include a ghee lamp meditation. I hope to see you tomorrow same time. And then those people who are going to stay will set up the stage now for the Ghee lamp meditation. And what that means to people who are new is that we are going to be gazing into a Ghee lamp that represents what the gods and goddesses love. All the divine beings take in ghee, and it's like gold to them. So they will drink it up, and we will gaze into the flame and ask the divine to reveal itself to us. Again, it can be an image, it can be a feeling, it can be the colors of the ghee lamp change into different colors like pink or purple or blue or whatever color it is for you. You'll experience that transmission coming from the ghee lamp into you. So it's a receptive practice where we've asked the goddess to come into us, and now we want to see her. We want to experience some spiritual transmission. Dr. Pillai may also appear to you, or Vishwamitra, or any saint, to just say hello. Jesus can even appear, as some people have shared in the past several weeks. So whatever your experience is, trust that the god or the goddess or the divine being, the spiritual master, is trying to communicate with you through this portal. So the lights will go down and all you will see is the ghee lamp. I'm going to step aside and then I will time it. So it is a 9-minute meditation. And the purpose is to connect with everyone from around the world, especially the people in India, because Modi, their prime minister, had shared that if everyone lights a ghee lamp in India, then that will invite the divine in. And so we can tap into that energy. And then especially for people who don't have access to ghee lamps or they don't even do this practice, we can definitely dedicate it to all those people who need the blessings of the divine to come into their place, their space, their country. So let's do it. And all you need to do is just gaze. So instead of being bug-eyed, you can just be gazing. Your eyelids are very gently relaxed. And then you're going to feel this energy coming in and filling up your chakras. And then maybe you'll have some experience. Some people take pictures of the ghee lamp and then they send them to me. And it's amazing what I see in them. So that's pretty darn amazing. And then they share it on Facebook as well. So let's do it. You can be just sitting or laying down. It doesn't really matter. You're going to merge your light from within and merge it with the ghee lamp. So I'll just step aside. I'm going to adjust the camera so that you can see it. You're going to be focusing on the flame also into the ghee. Ghee is clarified butter. And I'll just adjust the wick a little bit, if it'll allow me to do that. There we go. And then the light's going to go down. And begin your practice. We'll see you in about 9 minutes. If a mantra comes to you, let it come and let it go. If another one comes, let it come, let it go. And just let go. You can close your eyes and integrate that energy that has come in to the ghee, to the light, filling your whole body up with light, golden light. Make a prayer again, a gratitude to Dr. Pillai for bringing your soul here to get filled up with peace and prosperity consciousness. Make a prayer of gratitude to all the divine beings as well as all the souls who have come together in this community with the purpose of raising the vibration internally and then collectively in the world and beyond. Pray for whatever it is that you want for yourself, your family, your friends. And then also a prayer for those who need it the most. We must evolve to be better versions of our human selves as we come through these uncertain times. Food, clothing, shelter, medicine, love. God's love. Goddess is love for all. And the lights will come on. Take your time to come back. You can open your eyes. I'll adjust the camera. And pop into view. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, those of you who need to go. We'll see you tomorrow. And those of you who are going to stay, this is part of the call or the video presentation, the practice, where we can share our experiences, ask questions on the chat. And you can pop it over there, and then I will do my best to read through them. If I do miss something that is really important and you just need to tell me about it, then please repost it. So I'm seeing lots of gratitude messages. So thank you all. People are saying it was a wonderful experience. This is amazing. I saw Dr. Pillai coming live at 11 p.m. for the goddess Varahi. Oh, perhaps that is going on as well. So you're welcome to jump off there, or you can watch the recording or listen to the recording, either of that webcast or this one. So there are more people posting notes here. And I'm just going to scroll up. People are from everywhere. This is awesome, all around the world. From Georgia, Brazil, Canada, Toronto, Canada, New Jersey, Malaysia, LA, Atlanta, Los Angeles, India, oh my goodness, Michigan, New Zealand, Brampton, Ontario, Canada. That's awesome. And Jamir is saying the session is very wonderful. It's peace, giving, healing, and many more. Thank you, Suchita Babaji, Goddess Lakshmi, all the way from Nepal. Awesome. Bhairavi is from San Diego. Singapore. Lavanya. Nice. More from Nepal. So are there any questions or comments, shared experiences? Gina Casey is saying, I heard Babaji's voice chanting with you throughout today's chanting. Well, that is awesome. That's great, because I just want to be the mouthpiece and his energy to come through and bless everyone, because that is the highest. We're here as Pillai Center teachers to be of service and support. And we know that it is not our doing. It's the divine being done through us. So very happy to hear that you receive the blessings from Babaji's voice coming through. Okay. It's wonderful. I'm not seeing any specific questions. A lot of people are sharing their messages of gratitude, which is so awesome, because when we're grateful, then we are great. We're full of greatness. And then great things will happen for us. We'll be in that vibration. So Shreem Brzee is never going to take us down a path that isn't good for us. So if we feel low, or we feel depressed, or we feel like nothing is working, and we're so uncertain, we feel isolated. Of course we are, but we feel even more isolated from whatever our reality has been. We don't know what is going to happen, what the new normal is going to be, and that can create fear, anxiety, and so on. So Shreem Brzee will just diffuse all that. And I hope that you experienced it inside of you, not just chanting a mantra, but it woke something up inside of you that will carry you through the rest of your day or evening, wherever you are. And then we'll continue to build that consciousness, because everything in the world, everything in the universe is consciousness. And we are taking scarcity consciousness, poverty consciousness, not good enough consciousness away. We're just diffusing it into the ether, and it is getting purified with the light of this goddess Shreem Brzee energy. And then heaven on earth can be so much closer, felt and experienced as well. So Yasmin is saying, heaven within, heaven around us, heaven on earth, heaven in the universe. I love it. And most of us, we will just be like, oh, it's not possible. Oh, I don't know if I believe that. Well, belief and possibilities are just part of the consciousness. So we want to diffuse all that and replace it immediately with Shreem Brzee, because Shreem Brzee represents where we should direct our attention. So when we direct our attention with the sound of direction, we become the directors of our own lives. We're not sitting in the back seat. We are allowing that goddess energy to be birthed inside of us with the sound Brzee, the highest vibrating sound of wealth consciousness. And then that is going to guide us, and opportunities will come to us that out of nowhere. And we will be just like, whoa, how did that happen? But we will know, because we're building these blocks inside of us of consciousness that is vibrating with wealth, that is aligning with health and well-being, happiness, joy, and relationships. The ability to diffuse any negativity in relationships is what Shreem Brzee will do as well. There's so many people who say, you know, before I started chanting Shreem Brzee and really meditating on Shreem Brzee, I was always bickering and fighting and getting into arguments, and I didn't even know why. And then surely and gradually, things started to shift. And then they just noticed, oh, we're not fighting about the same things anymore. The things that used to, you know, push our buttons. We're just experience this joy that's coming into the space, and we may disagree, but it's not that fighting and conflict and yuckiness that comes along with it, and energy that drags you down. And then we're ratcheting, why is this happening, and how can they be this way, how come I'm this way, and so on. And we paralyze ourselves by analyzing everything. And to some degree, we have to look at it, but then we get stuck in it. So Shreem Brzee will get us unstuck. So we will get out of that quicksand fast, so we won't sink. What else is going on here on the chat? Okay, people are asking for prayers, which is a really great thing to do. So Nangai has posted a prayer request. I believe it is. Where did you go, Nangai? I think it's about your brother. So the chat is moving so quickly. I'm not used to this. Thanks for bearing with me, everyone. Well, Nangai, I can't see it here, but I will share with everyone who has some prayer requests for family members, for anyone. We've had experiences where someone, I think her name was Karen Thompson, I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, her father was suffering from coronavirus. And we did a prayer session, and the next day she reported back to us 24 hours later, because she came back and she said, my dad's feeling better. So this is it. This is the power of prayer and the power of bringing Shreem Brzee consciousness, because it represents health. It represents joy and happiness. It represents this ability to overcome really difficult challenges. So any prayers that you want, you can definitely post them here. And it's like putting it into the hat of prayers, the intentions going to the divine, and then we're just pulling them out of the hat and bringing them into the space that we've created, which is vibrating with love and happiness and joy, and the goddess Shreem Brzee. So So seeking healing blessings for my brother who met with an accident yesterday while delivering food for the poor. Oh my goodness. Definitely blessings are coming for him. I heard somebody calling my name, Michael says, like Dr. Pillai's voice, and I'm alone in my room. And that's what happens. People share these experiences about, is this for real? Did I hear this? Did I experience this? Did I see this? Yes. People always say, oh, I just want to know who God is. I want to experience God. I want to experience the goddess or Jesus or Allah or whoever it is. And they are praying and praying and praying, and they're doing their practices and they don't experience it. But then when we do experience, it's like, oh my God, is that for real? We can't believe it. So seeing is believing, or experiencing it through any of our sensory organs, like the ears, through taste. Some people have a sweet taste in their mouth. Some people, it's like honey dripping down the back of their throat. And it feels so soothing, and it feels so healing. So you might experience that, or you might get tingly or heated up or goosebumps or truth bumps, they're called. Or there might be like a shift in your body. You just have all this energy now and you don't know what to do with it. So what we recommend is that you do some light stretching, take some water for sure, take extra water in, so hydrate yourself, because the chanting is not just saying words. It is bringing these divine beings into us, and they are like millions of suns light. So that's pretty hot. It's fire. So the consciousness that we will experience as we raise our Kundalini energy and meet with all that energy, it's going to be, this big bonfire going on. So we may feel dehydrated. We may feel tired or sleepy. In fact, some people may have passed out and they think, oh, geez, I missed it. You didn't. It's okay. You're just getting used to this kind of group energy coming in and focusing on bringing the goddess in. And then that is going to be something way more than we could do on our own. So we may not experience this type of energy coming in, or heat, or passing out. It's just so much that, your head is spinning. Or here it can be that people who have a lot of negativity, and they're just like, oh, Why do I feel like this and everyone else is blissed out? Because the energy gets inside of us and it's light. So it's scaring away all that stuff that has been stuck down in our baby toe or hidden in those closets of our mind, the skeletons in our closets. They will get released and then they're not so happy about being kicked out. They've been with us for a long, 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 long time. So it can be like that in some of our practices where we didn't expect it and then it's just irritating. But that's a good sign. Take it as a good sign that, hey, it's coming to the surface to be diffused. So you can definitely take a shower and cleanse off. You can take a lemon or a lime and roll it around your head or put it on your eyes. Do I have a lemon? Yes, I do. So you can take a lemon or a lime and then you can just roll it around your head. You can touch your head or just put it in the space. That's fine. Your intention is this is a surrogate technology, as Dr. Ply coins the term, where this becomes you. And then you absorb all the negativity into the lime or the lemon. And then once you're finished rolling it all over those body parts, you can say a mantra, Shreem Brzee. It's also a karma busting mantra. You can say Tirnelakantam Makaro Shivaya Namah if you know those mantras. You can say, just please get rid of the negativity and be very sincere and feel the energy leaving you. And then you take the lemon or lime when you're ready and you just cut it right down in half and then throw it away. It can be discarded into organic waste or it can be put into nature if that's okay with you. So you're not just throwing it in a park. You can be discarding it discreetly. And then you can also just put it in the garbage if you don't have access to an organic or natural means of getting rid of it. And then what that will do is it will free you up of that energy and you will feel better. And you can do this practice once or you can do it several times, especially if some really dark stuff comes up. A lot of people get on a spiritual path because they have been raised in the younger years with abuse, mental, physical, sexual abuse, and it haunts them. And although they may have done therapy and all the rest, they get on the spiritual path and it's very painful to bring those memories to the surface. So if that's happening with you as well, maybe revisit someone who can guide you through that process. Maybe, somebody at church or a therapist or a psychologist, psychiatrist, just for the time being, because it's intense stuff. So don't just think, Shreem Brzee is going to do it. If it's not, then go and get the help that you need, talk it out. Do what you need to do to help the healing process. So that's also what can happen to people in these sessions. So just be kind to yourself, care, get exercise, do some stretching. Some people do Tai Chi, some people do yoga. People are getting out now when the sun is shining and COVID, coronavirus lifespan is coming off the peak of this, the crisis. So more and more people are getting outside and of course, keeping social distance, at least here in Canada, Toronto, Canada, they're doing that. So, make sure that you're abiding by the rules and regulations as per your city or country. And then also, if you can't go out into nature, then just open the windows and get the fresh air and allow yourself to, bring in that prana, that life force energy and fill your whole body, mind and soul with that. Just be still, as the Bible says, and know that I'm God or Goddess. So Malini is saying, I missed the Varahi course this afternoon. Is there any way to get it? I believe that there was a YouTube maybe streamed and that should be here as a recording. So it should be here on the YouTube. And then I'm happy to share with you that I'll be hosting the new Varahi course, which you can still come in. And because it's a self-study course as well, we just have a time period in these 5 weeks since it started last weekend, and then it'll continue for the next 4 weeks, where we'll have Apply Center teacher to host the calls live. So you can call in and participate in a live teaching. So I'll be doing that this Sunday for the new Varahi course. So jump into that course. Varahi is the goddess of 2020 and beyond. And she is the goddess, the form of Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity, who looks like this. This is a small image. I'm waiting for my bigger image to come. It has to be shipped, but with COVID, it's being delayed. So this is the goddess, and you can see her from the side. She has a snout, and then you maybe can't see it, but she's got the tusks. So what this represents, this form of the goddess represents, is this ability to root out, with her snout. She will just go deep into our consciousness and root out scarcity consciousness, poverty consciousness, not being good enough, not being beautiful enough, not being smart enough, not being technically efficient enough. So all this not gets diffused away, and she roots it out. So she gets to the root of it energetically, and then you're free. You might think, oh, okay, I used to be this way, but it won't pull you backwards, won't pull you down into that consciousness. And then because she's the goddess 2020, she is a performer goddess, meaning that she will just do it, as Dr. Ply shares, very quickly. So these teachings in this new Varahi course are pretty darn amazing. And we're hearing miracles from the people who are enrolled. We've got a whole bunch of people in there. It's awesome. And you can see behind me, there's a large copper sheet with some different sacred geometry symbols, and then also some shapes, and that represents the goddess Varahi as well. And she also gets rid of people who are jealous themselves personally, or they have people who are envious or jealous of them, and that creates like a negative energy. It's kind of like you can feel it and it, but you can't do anything about it. You can't diffuse it. You can't think it away. So Varahi will just root all that out as well. So anyone who feels like they're under some kind of psychic attack, or they know people are gossiping about them, or you yourself. I know people say, I shouldn't be feeling this way, but I'm really jealous of such and such. And it's like, and they know they can't get rid of it. So they pray to Varahi, and she just rips it out of them. It goes instantaneously. That's what it means when Dr. Ply says she's a performer goddess. She just does it immediately. So you don't have to wait, because as Dr. Ply says, waiting is a waste of time. And 2020 is not just any start of a new year, it's the start of a new decade. So if we lay the foundation of prosperity consciousness, we're going to pull 10 years worth of energy and intelligence and divinity into us. And then we can grow from there. We don't have to wait till 10 years. So we can compress time with these divine beings as well. So Lavanya is saying, I had an eye cleansing moment when you were guiding us through the light into the eyeballs. So grateful. And that's what it is. Some people will be, their ears will pop, they'll have taste, or their eyes will be healed, or at least cleansed, so that they can see much more clearly. And then also people have experiences where their energy is up, where they were just feeling so lethargic and fatigued. So these are the kinds of things that can happen as well. So thank you for posting that as a reminder. Just scrolling down some more. Lots of people are sharing love and gratitude. Heaven on earth, lovely. Oh, Faraz is saying we had more than 108 participants today. So that's collective energy, Shreem Brzee energy vortex. Gratitude to Dr. Ply Suchuja and PC team. and everyone here on the call. Hey, and when we break through 108, so it's like when we do a mantra, we chant it for 108, 1,008, 10,008, 1,000,008. Those numbers are sacred numbers in the sense that they will break through a level of consciousness that we haven't been able to access. So everything is divinely guided for us in that when we have, now we've heard that we have 108 people who were on the call, and perhaps that might have brought in a lot of energy. We'll see what happens as we go along. But for your own self, you tapped in to that collective number, that 108 that we surpassed. So explore what's new for you. How do you feel? So bring more attentional energy to your everyday life as well as your practice. So sorry, I had to cough there. So Brenda's asking, please pray for my two nieces, Hannah and Emma, for a successful recovery from coronavirus. Oh my goodness. So definitely, when people ask how to pray, and Dr. Ply has given out beautiful messages, and perhaps those links can be posted to those YouTubes, or if you join the Facebook of this Shreem Brzee Chanting group, then that can be accessed there as well. And one of his videos on Facebook was, and on YouTube, I believe it is as well, was how to pray. And people think words in their language, so English or German or whatever language it is you speak, that is what the prayer is. That's one level. And then you go deeper and you use a mantra, or you can use a prayer as per your, if you're a Christian, you can use a Christian prayer, the Our Father, the Hail Mary, or whatever your tradition is, and you're familiar with that way of praying. So that's another way of accessing or communing with the divine. And then here we're doing the prayer Shreem Brzee. So our intention really is that we offer Shreem Brzee, all the energy of Shreem Brzee, to the space. And then when you post your request, then it's already done. So we have to look at our prayers as they're already done. The divine has received them. The divine has asked you to come and do and participate in creating this consciousness, which is miracle consciousness. Heaven on earth is a miracle. So all the energy that represents heaven on earth, which is healing energy, instantaneous healing energy. It can be unconditional love and support that will raise the energy inside of that person so that their immune system can fight it, and they will feel. So how do people pray for others who they don't even know or who are far, far away? Is that you connect at the level of the soul. So all we need to do is just put our prayer request, put it into the space, and that is the prayer. So go deeper into that and then review that message that Dr. Ply gave out in Facebook that was recently. I believe it was like May 2nd or 3rd. Could have been the 30th of April, 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. There were some pretty powerful meditations, mantra practices, and then also the messages were really potent as well from Dr. Ply. Caroline is asking for prayers for my brother, Dave. He fell and is in the hospital with broken ribs and other fractures. He's an older gentleman, praying for recovery. So again, Caroline Ramya, is that the will of the God is done. You've brought your intention here, and then feel that and know for sure that what you've done is you've surrendered it to the divine, and your good thoughts are going to connect with that person. They're going to feel it. And then they are going to be able to heal or allow more divine energy to come in. So Shweta's saying ongoing prayers for your loved ones. And the beauty here is when everyone's chatting back and forth is that they are encouraging that kind of intention, putting more attentional energy on, more focus on it. And then when we don't even know the people, it's always better because we just will say, hey, I can do something that's beyond me, that is purposeful. So beautiful. Thank you so much. Lots of people are praying for everybody, so this is great. So I think we are at the end of the chat, and I think I've commented on everything. If you have any questions or shared experiences that come up afterwards, then definitely you can write them into office@plycenter.com, and or you can send it directly to me, sucharita@plycenter.com, and I'll respond, and the office also will respond as well. And hopefully we will see you in the next chanting session tomorrow. Or we might see you in Power Time Practice before then, which is a free service offered through Apply Center. And I'm hosting that. I've been doing that for, oh my goodness, how long has it been? Maybe 8 years, every Saturday. And we come together from all different courses from all around the world. And we enjoy the blessings of the time that is on that day, as well as the week ahead. So it's like a forecast of energy, power, and how to tap into the blessings of the goddesses and the divine beings, Dr. Ply's teachings, people sharing the different stories about their path with Dr. Ply, and then all the different courses that they're taking, and it inspires everyone. It's not just one of the Apply Center teachers talking about what's going on. It's everybody coming together and sharing their experiences, which is so wonderful and so fulfilling and uplifting. So hopefully you can check that out. It's called Power Time Practice, and it's offered through Apply Center. You can sign up, and then you will get the link and to join the call. And we'll see you there. So, and then Varahi course is going to be on Sunday, and I'm happy to see you there. Before then is Mystery School, the Science of Miracles. If you're in that program, we'll see you on that call as well on Sunday. So I think that's it for now. Oh, awesome, Froz. So 130 participants times 1,008 chants. That was 131,040 Shreem Brzee chants during today's call. Wow, that's a lot of chants. So God bless you, and thank you for doing the math. So shall we wrap it up, everyone? Please jump into Dr. Ply's recording of the call if you didn't go over there already. Thanks for staying, for those of you who did stay. Melissa's saying other calls are still on Zoom. No, the calls for this Shreem Brzee chanting are now going to be here on YouTube, Shreem Brzee YouTube channel. And this was unexpected for me. Obviously, I was a little like, whoa, what's happening here? I just figured out how to do it. I got walked through this whole process thanks to the grace and blessings of Dhana Devi and Lakshmi. And so here we are, and everything worked out. So that's fabulous. We'll continue on until the end of the month. So every day in May, you will be able to join at this time. And then the other calls, such as Power Time Practice, will be on Zoom. And then Varahi course will be on Zoom, but you can access those call links in the Varahi course. Once you enroll, you can just go into the course in Ply Center Academy, and then you'll see call details there. You click on that tab, and the link is right there. You can access it through the course or check your emails because they send out reminders. Jump on Varahi call or Power Time Practice. Jump on the Power Time Practice call. Once you sign up. It's free. That one is free. So Michael's saying here, powerful time to chant Shreem Brzee tonight. Definitely. Where to find Dr. Ply's recording? Most likely it will be on Ply Center YouTube. So you can check it out there. It may take some time to upload it, although it may be immediate like this. So live stream. So again, if you are having difficulty, send an email to office@plycenter.com and then you can ask for the links there. But if you do a little bit of searching on your own, go to Ply Center YouTube, and then you can check there for Dr. Ply's latest. So it'll be May 8th, 2020 message. So welcome, Vamala Sundra. This is the first time I'm joining this group chanting. I feel very excited. Thank you so much. Hey, great. And yes, thank you everybody who is new. We kind of just dove right into it. And I'm so happy to hear that someone new has enjoyed and is so excited. And this is what it is. We want to have this excitement and joy and energy coming into us because it's not so great out there with all the uncertainty. And then when we're reading the news or we're listening to people talk about what's going on, or even our own self-talk, what's going to happen, who are we going to be? We can get caught up in all of that, and we'll watch our energy go down. Actually, we won't feel good. So it's nice to come in and get it topped back up, and then experience that joy and happiness. And the guidance coming from the divine will steer us away from getting too involved in all of that. Thank you so much. Judy Engel or Bhairavi is posted. Write to us at office@plycenter.com. Sujata is saying, first time I'm joining this group. I don't know the times in India time. So you can come in at 7:30 a.m. India Standard Time, Sujata, is the start of this call. So it's 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. And then it's also 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time for those people who are in this time zone. And then I believe it's 2 a.m. UTC. And then 7:30 a.m. is IST, India Standard Time. For Power Time Practice, it would be 7:30 p.m. for you because it's 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time on Saturdays. So once if you sign up for Power Time Practice, then you can, you'll receive an email that will tell you what the timing is for you in your time zone. So Chainika is saying, last night I attended the Shreem Brzee Global Community Chanting, woke up, joined Shreem Brzee Daily Chanting. Awesome experience. Thank you. It's so much easier to join a group, isn't it? Because we will be like, oh, I don't want to do this. But then you just log on, log on to your phone or your computer, get into the chanting session. And all of a sudden you start to get into it. You start to chant, even though you didn't want to do it on your own. And then you start to feel this energy and it starts to breathe in and out of you. And like, whoa, this is awesome. I didn't have to work so hard to get myself motivated to do it. I just log in and someone is chanting or the group is chanting, and then you feel the energy, you feel the blessings, and you're like, oh, I don't have to do too much. Just so showing up is really 80% of the whole practice. You just show up. and the divine just pours in, because it's not about the physical or the mental aspect, even doing it right, doing it wrong, saying it right, not saying it, falling asleep, whatever. It's at the level of the soul. So the soul is just saying, just show up and feed me. I'm thirsty. Give me something to drink. Give me Shreem Brzee drink. And then you will get drunk with it. You will just be so intoxicated with this happiness and joy and divinity. And once we have that experience, we'll want to keep doing it. And it will be discouraging for some people. They will just feel like, oh, I've done it for 10 days in a row, so I'm just going to, take a day off. And then they come back the following day and they go, oh my God, I felt so yucky after that, taking a day off. And so again, there are no hard and fast rules with Dr. Ply. Just show up. And however you do it is however you do it. Your practice is already perfect. So perfect practice is just showing up and then participating as you can, because God only knows when we are feeling low energy, and we will need the group to pick us up, and vice versa. So when other people are feeling low energy or just demotivated, or even worried or concerned about family members, like people have been posting, and you can't get it out of your head, but you just need to have that upliftment. So coming to the group will just do that for you. And then of course, everybody's intention is to set prayer energy to be there in the space. And then the divine will just direct the divine to get into these people. All right. So Michael is saying here, we started streaming 108 minutes ago. Whoa, we just broke through another 108 barrier. Gina is saying, yes, the Varahi Goddess is already posted in the Ply Center YouTube. Okay, great. So that was from today, I think, that someone was asking. All right, so have we answered all the questions, shared our experiences for today? We're coming up to the top of the second hour. Look at how fast time flies. So I will wrap it up, and thank you so much, everyone, once again, for jumping off of Zoom and coming into YouTube, and then supporting everyone here. And for all those people who joined via YouTube, we've got that much more people coming. So we're just going to keep building. Please share this experience with other people. You never know that this might help them. And then, of course, with Dr. Ply's grace and blessings, may you all be blessed, and your family members be blessed, and everyone in your community to be blessed with a little piece of heaven on earth today, tomorrow, moving forward. And we'll see you tomorrow. We'll continue to build on that. So namaste to all, and we'll see you when we see you next. Bye-bye.